while most artists and MCs had to lip sync on Soul Train, the U.M.Cs did not. How did you guys pull that off?
All right. So, first and foremost, hold on, cause we gotta do this right, fam. Like, it's one thing, like, I'm about a lot of jokes, right? I'm about a lot of games. But one thing I don't play is I do not front on the source of a great discussion. You heard? And so, with that being said, it is extremely important that before I answer this question, you heard, that I take a moment to acknowledge and shout out our brother Dart Adams, all right, who actually asked, please ask how they got to perform live on Soul Train when everyone else lives. All right, I gotta, I'm that type of dude. All right. Because I be wanting them to know I'm watching, I'm reading, and I'm observing. I see what y'all say. He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good. You know what I'm saying? So be good for goodness sake. Yeah. So check it out. The story goes like this. This was a moment of absolute pure brilliance. Let me take my glasses off because I'm in storytelling mode. You want to hear about a moment of utter genius? Let me tell you this moment. Tony Rasan, who was managing us at the time, shouts to Tony Rasan, came up with a brilliant idea. Now, to this point, we had never known anything about Soul Train other than watching it on TV. It didn't even occur to us really that the artist lip sync. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of watch it, you vibing. You kind of catch it after a while, but right? Tony says, yo, fam, we got lip sync in Soul Train. He's like, word? Because we were a big performance group, bro. He said, yo, I got an idea. We're going to go to the studio. We go to the studio. All right? Here it is. Here's the moment where the mystery is revealed. What we do is we go to the studio and we record Blue Cheese and Wonder Growing Over live. Now, to this point, we had been performing these songs over and over and over again. So even in this moment right now, if I can perform Wonder Grow On with just all my ad libs to what Haas does, not the ad libs on the record, the ad libs for the show. You understand what I'm saying? That's how much we did that I know that even 30 years later, it's still hardwired. If I've listened to Wonder Grow On, you know what I'm saying? U.M.C, Nature, Fire, Creator, Kid, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm automatically know what to say because that's when he would need me. So what we do is we go into the studio and we record the vocals live. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Doing the thing. From the day we go in the studio, on the plane flying to California, all day, all night in the hotel, constantly listening to it just to make sure we didn't miss anything. You heard? So when we perform at Soul Train, when they play our song, they're playing the studio version that we recorded live. So if you watch the performance, you'll see a couple of moments where I had the mic down. But I'm still
saying something.
Yeah, son. So that bit of brilliant moment was all due to my brother Tony Rasan. He deserves all the credit for that. In terms of us being the first people to dive off the stage at Soul Train, I deserve all the credit for that. Because when we first went to perform, two things happened. Thing number one, we were at Soul Train with Don Cornelius and the Soul Train dancers. Of course, we was like shocked. It's like wow. I'm looking for the Asian girl with the long hair. I'm looking for dude that be doing this all the time and be pointing his arm. I'm like, where is he at? That's the dude I want. Because you got to keep in mind that, remember, UMCs, me in particular, dancers as well as MCs. So I choreographed for Queen Latifah. I used to dance. I danced for Miss Melody in her first video, Coming to My House. Shout outs to Miss Melody. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Beautiful, beautiful woman. I don't want to sidebar, but I love her. You know what I'm saying? May she rest in peace eternally. Yes, and may God hear my voice and grant her more peace and pleasure in her passing. That's how beautiful a soul that woman is, in my opinion. But I digress. We're bugging because we're on Soul Train. I got a dancer background. I have a dancer background. Like, I win contests in house music battles, and all the cats that was going to Sound Factory, Tunnel, Red Zone, Wild Pitch parties. You know what I mean? Anybody that really know what it is, as soon as you heard me say Wild Pitch party, you know my pedigree is. You heard? 10 o'clock boat, Staten Island know what it is. 10 o'clock boat, we on the boat, we on our way to Sound Factory. Mom, I'm coming to Soul Train to kick ass and take names later. But I'm trying to science how it goes. When you go on a Soul Train, fam, which I don't realize is with a lot of these things that we see on TV, right? They're so tiny. Yo, I could have shot Soul Train in this 12 by 10 shed that I'm in right now, and you would think that it was like, oh, yo, that place, yo, you'd have goddamn be like, this is a bedroom. So we was thrown off, you understand? And like confused as to what to do to some extent, right? Like, and by confused meaning, do I go chase after Soul Train girls? Do I go battle these dudes dancing? Do I concentrate? Like, you're just all over the place, right? Yo, we get on stage to do Blue Cheese. Let's do Blue Cheese first, which in the show, it happened second. Yeah. So we do Blue Cheese, and we're nervous. And it shows. So I started intentionally messing up my lip sync bad. You know what I'm saying? And he stopped, and he was like, oh, let's bring it back. It was a little off. And I was like, yo, and then we huddled up. Real tough. We huddled up. It's like a scene out of the movie. All right, fellas. So one chance. So one chance for greatness. Are you guys ready? Let's go. It was like so we got the little fire up thing, like, yo, man, like, yo, son, let's go all in, man. Forget that, man. Forget these cats. Like, sometimes you gotta disrespect people and feel like, man, forget these cats, man. Show them what we could do. You know what I'm saying? Right. Stand Island, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got to run it back, That's the performance you see. Like, we went bonkers, and I jumped in the stage, and I was like, yo, I'm going, man. I'm going. And that's really been the way I live my whole life, man. Like, if there's anything extraordinary about me, truly, amongst other things that I may be able to list, what I think is the most special is that I've always just been somebody that's like, yo, I'm trying to I want my life to be an adventure. And I don't want to be on my deathbed regretting, talking about I should have did this or I could have did that or why. Like, there's some stuff that I'm gonna regret just because it just ain't worked out, but it's not good for lack of trying. That's the only regrets I'll accept. Shorty ain't rock with me. What I'm gonna do? Okay, that's fine. I didn't get a chance to do the blase, pick somebody else. What I'm gonna do? That's fine. Might be a little regretful that I didn't get picked, but I'm not gonna be snitching on my show, man. I had a chance to do this, that, and the third, man. I was just, I never heard nobody talking about all the fly shit they did at their deathbed, talking about they regret it. It only been the stuff that they missed out on. So that's how I live it, B.
Right.